serves as vice chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. And yesterday, Congressman Khanna participated in a bipartisan event focused on connecting Silicon Valley opportunities with so-called Silicon Holler. First off, Congressman, welcome to the show. What is Silicon Holler?
Well, it's a term Congressman Hal Rogers came up with. It's a valley near the mountains in Appalachia, and they're proud of their vision for participating in technology. So
tell us about this idea and exactly how it would work, and would it be effective for people in areas that are really suffering and they have very specific jobs? It's very hard to start over again.
Well, I was impressed with the energy, and people there are very clear-headed. I mean, the folks in Paintsville will tell you they love coal. They're proud of their coal jobs, but they want to diversify. One person I talked to said his father was laid off 3 times from coal in a year. And so what they're doing is learning iOS software for Apple, Google software for Android. 45 of them have jobs, $40,000 a year, and there's energy. And my promise to them was we got to tell the positive story because they're actually making a real effort, and they get the need to diversify.
Gene?
How can this be scaled? I mean, that's my question, right? You got 45 people, but to what extent can it be scaled?
Well, I think there are 2 things needed. One is a commitment by employers to participate. So the key here was people knew they were going to have jobs at the end of the program. It wasn't training without jobs. And the second thing is teaching the right skills. The community colleges there before this program were teaching folks how to replace hardware. That had no prospect. They came in and they learned Swift programming on Apple, how to develop apps. That actually had a promise. One final point, because I know the president sometimes watches your show. For someone who made his whole reputation on The Apprentice, I would hope he would fund apprenticeship programs around this country. I mean, tech apprenticeship programs would make a huge difference.
But this is a president who made a big promise to bring all the coal mining jobs back.
That's right. That's right. We're going to open the mines up again. And now, to do that, of course, he would have to change the whole world energy price thing, which I don't think he can actually do, because that's why the coal mines shut down. But
I'm wondering more broadly, you represent Silicon Valley. Do you feel like in your time in Congress does Congress understand what people are trying to do in Silicon Valley, or is what is going on here in Washington really outdated for dealing with a lot of the businesses that are in your constituents?
I think it's both. I think sometimes Congress could use more time out there to see what skills are actually relevant for the jobs of the future. So we have all these work training programs, and I'm not convinced that they're actually training people for the jobs that are going to be there. But frankly, Silicon Valley could use a dose of humility as well. We need to understand what transition people are going through from an industrial to a digital economy, and how we're going to participate in helping this country. So I think it's both ways that need to be better connected.
All right, and finally, we've been talking all morning about the CBO report on the Republicans' health care bill. Watching this from your perspective, I guess what's the most you can hope for?
Well, coming from Silicon Valley, we care about data and numbers.
Yeah, and you trust the data.
You trust the data. And it's been surprising to me that the same people, the Speaker, Tom Price, who praised CBO, Tom Price picked the CBO director, are now discrediting it. Let's have the data. Let's have a philosophical disagreement. But don't question the numbers. I mean...
Well, I'm beginning to feel like I'm not sure what planet we're on. I'm watching. I mean, we've already had the Kellyanne Conway ban on this show, but now I'm watching Sean Spicer, and definitely trying to understand where the president is coming from. Here is the White House press secretary trying to talk to reporters during a briefing, and our reporters from NBC trying their best to get an answer. Take a look.
Do you have anything more?
The bottom line is, the question that you still have not answered is, can you say affirmatively that whenever the president sends something, we can trust it to be real?
If he's not joking, of course. I mean, but in that case, hold on. But
just yes or no, are CBO numbers legitimate or not?
That's not my determination to make. I'm telling, as I mentioned, it depends.
Legitimate.
Hallie, it depends. There are a lot of things that hold on, Hallie, you guys have like an NBC thing. Let me...
That's amazing.
No, it's not an NBC thing. It's just a desire to hear the truth or maybe get an answer or something that makes sense.
Start with getting an
Senator
answer.
said
That
it's
would be a
called
start,
journalism.
It's called journalism.
right? Yeah, because then we can worry about truth, but let's just get an answer. Just yes or no. Yes or no.
But we're in a strange place,
Yeah, we
Gene, are we not?
Yeah, we're
I mean,
in a weird
I
place.
hear a lot of people kind of laughing. I think we're nervously laughing.
Yeah, it's nervous
It's
laughter.
not funny.
That doesn't happen at the White House. In the United States of America, you ask, there's an answer. You might not like the answer, but there's an answer, and it's true. And that's not the case.
We're not getting anything. Congressman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Casey Hunt, thank you very much. That does it for us this morning. We'll be back tomorrow. Stephanie Rule picks up the coverage right now.
Hi there, Mika. I'm Stephanie Rule, live in Rockefeller Plaza, where the storm of 2017 is